Hi, subscribers. Hi, viewers. Recently, I've been talking to friends of mine, like actually two friends of mine, and they've been diagnosed with depression. And depression is something serious that we have to consider, and especially men's mental health, and it happens to women as well. Because I've got a niece that actually suffered from depression. I'm one of the people that has suffered from depression, and how I've managed to deal with my depression, and now I feel 100% perfectly fine, and I don't think that I'll be easily affected or to suffer from depression anymore, because I've managed to deal with it in a couple of ways. Right now, I'm from the gym. That's one way to deal with my depression, and I have suffered a lot, and I've had to move from 3 different countries, especially when my mental health was taking its toll. The main thing about depression, really, I'll say you have to find ways to be financially stable. And that's number one, being financially stable. Number two, communication. Communication. And number three, independency. Right? These are three of the main things that I realized they are the main causes of depression, right? Loneliness, being broke, not having to pay your, not having enough money to do certain things, and being lonely. Being lonely are the three of the main things that I discovered. Most of the people I know suffer from depression with the symptoms or the causes, sorry. And if you're depressed or you suffer, you feel like depressed, especially when you get to a certain stage, you can tell yourself that now it's now getting out of hand, it's now getting out of my control. Now I can't deal with this thing anymore. I now need some help. First thing is to see a doctor or to see a specialist. That will help, because what I realized with doctors, they'll put you on some medication, antidepressants, but make sure that you take them short term, and if you start feeling better, start withdrawing slowly. And when you're withdrawing, find a hobby or find something, or change your job, change your environment, move to a different city, move to a just find something different, some different interest. Oh, there's some police there. I wanted to be the traffic light, but now I've got to stop because I can see the police car. So anyway, and the other thing is loneliness. Mainly people that live alone. I suffered from depression at a moment, like when I was living alone, and I felt like people were ignoring me, and I could not. The more you live alone, the more it's difficult to communicate with people. That's what you have to understand. You suffer from loneliness, mental health issues. You understand? It's very difficult to communicate with people when you live alone, and people start assuming or thinking that you are crazy. So make sure that, from my experience, no matter where I am, I sometimes dedicate once a month, to call my cousins, to call my relatives all over the world. I'm talking about Australia, the US, a couple of countries in Africa, Botswana, Zimbabwe, South Africa, Zambia, and Mozambique. And I'm talking about the UK as well, in Germany. I do call some people. I've got some friends as well. Russia, I can go on and do the list. I just go ahead and call everybody on my call list. The reason being is I just want to make sure that I cheer them up, right? Because if you call somebody and you cheer them up, they're more likely to do the same thing. And it shows that you care about their health, or you care about them, right? So that person is more likely to do the same. That's one thing that you have to do to avoid the loneliness. And just looking after other people, they will look after you. You might have like, sometimes I realize in a month I can do up to a good 50 phone calls. And I try to avoid doing these phone calls when I'm drunk, because I do them when I'm sober to make sure that we talk and we can crack some jokes and have some fun, just to make their mind at ease. And being independent, being financially stable. Make sure that you balance your finances, because there's nothing which actually is a depression promoter like brokenness, being broke. It causes a lot of issues when you start missing on your bills. You're unable to pay your bills, and you get fired from a job. You see, everything is most likely to be financial. So I can say, have some side hustles or a couple streams of income that will enable you to hustle and to save some money and invest it in your other projects, so that if you have a problem in the future, what you do is you just take money, because you can lose your job, or you have some unforeseen circumstances, not being able to pay your bills, or you have to travel, or you see, once you are financially stable and you've got disposable income, you can beat depression. So I just wanted to talk about depression because I've got two of my friends that suffer from depression that were diagnosed, and I've been one of the people that suffered from depression in the past. But now I even had to move to China to avoid the environment I was in. At that moment, I was in Africa, left Europe and went to Africa just because I did not feel mentally healthy and mentally safe. Please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and leave a comment.